Anyone want to... Hold on. It's not taking... Oh, say something?
I
Hello?
will
Okay,
say
it is saying...
something.
It is
Hello.
receiving your audio. You're good. Alright. Anyone want to recap or no?
Only thing that I really remember is that at the very end, the tower started falling over.
It did.
I could add on to that a little bit. The last we started off after Delvin had murdered some dude, and on
Keep
Hope
using that
Star,
word.
Hope Dawnstar, that guy
Uh-huh. Dawn.
Morningwood was
Morningwood.
Hope Dawnstar.
convinced
Man, you broke
Delvin
my brain.
convinced Delvin that he has to work with him to accomplish something for him. What we found that out was that Hope Dawnstar wants to leave the town, and he wants us quietly get him out of the town. After some digging, we discovered that we're pretty sure he's just yanking our chain for shits and giggles, and to screw with Trexie a little bit. After discovering that, we decided that our super elaborate plan would be far better off by just, throwing some makeup on him and literally just walking him out the door. The last thing we were gonna do was go tell him that Delvin and Razzie were approaching down Main Street or whatever it's called,
Mhm.
and as Delvin said, one of the spires began to fall.
Indeed. Yeah, you spent a lot of the game workshopping what you would do. There was some research involved, like some people went to the library. Christopher tamed his spider, and or Zephyrius tamed his spider, and yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of it. Oh, you went to the fan club. That was fun.
Yes, you did build a
Indeed.
fan club.
Hmm.
Adding that to my list of resources.
All right, but is everyone ready?
Mhm.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And you can have a point of inspiration, Resi.
Yay!
Okay, so you were walking down the street, Razig at first, only seeing like these flashes of light in what looked like in the distance. And as you turn down the road and you start walking up, I just try to minimize it like it's a character sheet. Um, I don't remember. Well, we'll just say Main Street. You're walking down Main Street and you can see an explosion of light where the tri-spires like are loom in the distance, and you see as like the tip of it starts to fall, as illustrated in the picture that I had on there. Wow. And you see that, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Big
Yes.
And you kind of hear a thud through you, as like the sound took a while to get to you. You start to hear like in the distance and more around you, a bell going ding, 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 and you start to hear like guards, shouting in the distance, and it's coming alive. What do you do?
It's coming alive?
No, like like the night.
Oh,
It's nighttime.
yeah.
They're ringing the alarm. So
People are freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. I'm like, this the tower's coming alive, but this is a giant mimic.
And I think the last words I say will, well, I guess this is a perfect distraction.
I think he's
So,
gonna
You
look
mean
around, make sure
a
nothing's gonna fall on him. I think you're right.
perfect distraction to get him out of here? I thought we were waiting until our weapons were done.
I
Yeah,
thought that already happened.
no,
it did.
No.
Oh,
yours is the only one. You got your blade back, but
yeah,
yours wasn't getting upgraded like the rest.
correct. Yeah. Um, well, I'm just saying we can always come back and go get the weapons, but this would be a good
That's
time to get
true.
him out.
That is
I mean,
very true.
it's not ideal that you guys don't have weapons, but
I have weapons, just not my new updated one.
well,
We could
let's.
just come back for. Yeah, it's optional.
Yeah. I mean, if this is what we want to do, is take the opportunity for this, and yeah, I guess so.
It's a short trip.
We're so calm about this. Let's hurry up and get there and see if we can find him, real quick.
Okay.
So I'm going to hustle us towards the. um, whatchamajigger, the
And
fighting pits.
I'm going to signal the animals to stay close because things be happening.
Hey, Delvin, do you think it'll be hard to get in and out right now? They might just lock down the city instead.
That's true. Um, hmm.
Well,
So here's what we could do: is if you guys wanted to go get Morningwood, I could go scout the gate, see if they're locking everything down, and we can meet. Um, is there anything like along this road that we've been to? That I could tell them to meet me at?
and I think that you should go get it. You're the one who's been conversing with him this whole time. We'll check the gate.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's fine too. I'm just thinking I'm usually the stealthiest of us, but that totally works for me too.
Why? I
We
don't
don't
think
need
we
to
have
be
to be
selfish on this.
stealthy to check the gate. Let's go. Let's go.
Exactly.
I'm gonna hop on Warden and just kind of like start running without
Wait,
even
where
waiting
are
for
we going
him.
to meet?
I'm already gone.
Where's
Well,
Zephyrius? What are you doing? Are you with them?
No, I'm not with them. I was not being a part of this plan.
he's at his mom's house
Are
last
you
we
still?
checked.
Well,
Yeah,
it's the evening right now, so you should be at the Leaky Tap.
yeah, I'll be there then.
Okay.
I just know that I wasn't with them.
Okay. So yeah, you hear the ding, ding, ding. You hear like the noise going on in the distance. And Sturksy is out in the street with you guys, and she kind of like, actually, I have something that I am going to take advantage of this as well. I'll meet you guys at the Leaky Tap, and runs off into the alleyway.
Alright.
Well, this is excellent. Um,
How about I just meet you on the first building on the left?
no, how about you come with me, and that way the two of us at least stay together, if nothing else.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so Eliwick, you went to do what? Sorry, I missed it.
Check the gates to see if they're
Oh, getting
like
locked up.
shutting them. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how far I am from it, so I don't know how long it's gonna take me.
It'll take you a minute, but not too long.
Because we were going here, right?
Yeah, you guys were here. Or wait, yeah, right here.
I think we're like down here now
Yeah.
since we're on the main
Yeah,
street.
this is where you are seeing the tower fall. So yeah, you should get there relatively quick, Eliwick.
Okay.
So you guys are making your way up, and you're making your way down. Um, Eliwick, as you like approach the gate, you're on your dog. Boom, boom, boom. You get stopped, and the gates are shut.
Oh, is there anybody around me?
Yeah, there's like general guards. You see them like not letting people out or in. It's a lockdown.
Don't you see what's happening? Why can't we escape? What's going on?
All right. If you need a place to stay for safety, we have a few places for citizens to be protected. If you follow the gentleman over there, they'll take you to a secure location, or go
You know
back to your
what's
home and stay put.
I mean, I could do that. Do you know what's going on? Why is everything crumbling?
We have only heard that there's been an attack, but other than that, I'm not aware.
And I'm just gonna an attack! Oh my gosh, let's get back! And I'm just gonna turn around and I'm being over dramatic towards this guard.
That's fine. But he doesn't stop you. He just starts dealing with the other patrons that are having complaints. But my grandson's on the other side.
But instead of actually going somewhere, I'm gonna see if there's other like other gates or whatever, like other things that we can get through. Like, is there only just that one spot that we can exit and enter
That-
the city through?
This is the main one. There are other ones, but you would have an even harder time going through because they're either like a single door that's mostly for like the military or the guard to go through, or like smaller inlets and outlets. But they're all. If you travel down, you'll see the same situation.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to like kind of scream, not scream, but like direct a look at people while I'm riding back towards the tavern.
Mhm.
Do you hear the echo or no?
No.
No.
Do you guys hear the echo? Okay, good. Um, but I'm going to, as I'm running by people, do you know a way out of do you know a way out of the city? Do you know a way out of the city? And see if anybody by chance would know, just in case. But I'm not gonna really stop to like question people at all. I'm just going to run while I'm going back to the last place I left them and or the inn.
Here, do a fucking a persuasion check at disadvantage just to see,
Okay.
just because you're moving.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody will be like, "Wait, hey, hey." Yeah. So no
What do you
one
mean? We're all trying to get out.
shouts coherently anything that makes sense to you.
Okay.
And most of them are guards, like directing people to secure areas. You hear a lot of that there's like a gathering place at the Penta Market, the King's Hall, the school, places for people to gather in safety if they are stuck in the city without home residence.
Hmm.
But at least at the moment, there's no evacuation. It's just lockdown.
Okay.
All right, Razig and
Then I will just actually roleplay
Dove.
this out. As we're walking, I'm gonna lean over to Razik and be like, "So, how much you want to bet me that Morningwood's involved in all of this?"
No. It seems like a pretty big friendship pool for him.
I
He
don't think
doesn't
this
seem
is.
like the serious kind of person.
I don't think this is a prank. I think he's involved and he's trying to use us for something. It's just too convenient.
Maybe. He's definitely gonna try and screw us over with this, so I do agree with that. He'd
I
be like,
say
we need to leave today. That'll
we
be a
need to
problem.
be on our guard because he may try to involve us in everything that's going on. I don't know what's happening. It's just seems like convenient timing. Just keep that in
Great.
mind.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. You guys make your way up, hearing similar things that you're heading this way, so you accept the guard offering you direction to the Penta Market, where it seems like a large gathering of people are, and that's where you'll find Dawnstar anyway. So they gather you there, and you can see is like in the night there's like a few people, a lot of people like gathering here, some torches, but they're like ushering them into like buildings and for security. They're emptying out merchants' tents to like give people space and just to keep them in one spot. I don't know. I didn't look up evacuation or protection plans.
The evacuation plans, yeah.
Yeah, but this is what they're doing. They're gathering them here to keep people from wandering around as best they can. And I'm assuming you go to the victory pit.
As soon as I get there, I just see if there's any way of me getting to where Dawnstar would be. Do I know where he like resides inside the Penta Market or inside the fighting pit?
No, you were told to talk to. I don't remember his name, and I didn't write it down. But it was a half orc. You were
Okay.
to like his main dude, and that if you wanted to talk to him, to reach out to this guy, and he'll get him for you. Though, as you guys approach up the main street and you look out to the Tri-Spire, you see as like smoke is like billowing out of the top of the broken spire. You don't see any more like flashes of light, and it seems like whatever was happening is over. As you're familiar with combat, you're sure whatever sort of confrontation has been had and is possibly over, but you don't know for sure.
Hey, Delvin, how important was that tower?
Uh, do I know how important that tower was?
Vaguely, there's three of them, and it looks like the one where's I believe it is the more posh one of more stature
Hmm.
and relevance is the one that's broken. So it's pretty important. It's
I
like
mean,
it's one of their signature things of the city is the Tri-Spire, and it's like the symbol of the wealthy.
mhm. So I look at Razik and I'm like, well, it's probably going to cause a lot of issues in the city, which means it's a good time for us not to be here.
Makes sense.
Mm. Now,
Get-
what do you think? Do we want to involve ourselves in whatever's going on, or are we just getting out of here?
I feel like if it was that important, I'm sure your guys would already be on it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Let's find this stupid half orc and get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna start looking around for like a half orc guy that looks like he's guarding something. I'm sure.
Um, so it looks like they are ushering people into the Coliseum or the Victory Pit to also give them a space to in that open arena area to sit around. You see one of the
Mhm.
guys that is like dictating people moving in and working with the guards is a half orc. So reasonable deduction that it's him.
Okay. Um. So I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, hey, half orc's name that I actually should know but don't know.
Here, we'll say
Uh,
his name is. I almost said Krogan. That's from Mass Effect. It started with a K. Corgan. Let's say Corgan. We're going with Corgan.
uh, do you happen to be Corgan?
Oh yeah, I'm Corgan. That's me.
Or where do I'm supposed to meet with your boss. Where can I find him?
Oh, Hope Dawnstar.
Is that his name? I thought it was Morningwood, but yes, Dawnstar.
Well, it's not that you can find him, but I can tell him that somebody's waiting. Who are you?
Uh, tell him his exit strategy has arrived.
He kind of like raises an eyebrow. All right, I'll go get him. And kind of like, hey, watch these guys. I'm gonna go get Hope Dawnstar. If you can, get some more guards over here to make sure that this already rowdy crowd doesn't, become an issue for him. And then,
Before he leaves, I'm gonna be like, I'm pretty sure that he would like to see us privately, rather than draw the attention of him coming out into public. But that's up to you.
well, I'm
Let me know what he
sure
decides.
he'll tell me that if he indeed knows who you are.
Oh, trust me, he'll know. Hurry up.
All right. Well, if you'd stop talking to me. And he kind of wanders off. He's gone for a few moments, and you see is like most of the people get filtered into the victory pit. You see like a like squadron of guards going down the main street heading towards the Tri-Spire, assuming they're either patrolling or something. You still don't hear any more conflict, and you see as the smoke is starting to peter out of the tower. Peter.
Hmm.
And he returns, and you see him, and he gestures for you to follow.
Uh, keep an eye out, Razig. Let's go. We follow him.
All right. So you follow, and he brings you to. You kind of go into these inner workings of the outside of the victory pit that are these rooms that kind of branch into hallways. You find yourself in this empty hallway, and assassins jump through the windows and try to stab you. No. You
Hey.
make your way to a room. I don't know. I just felt like I'm stupid. Ignore
I
me.
was gonna say, I was like,
It's just so anticlimactic.
I'm really
okay.
serious.
I'm a great storyteller. No. You guys make your way through this hallway and into. At the end of it is like a series of doors, and he opens one, and you find yourself in this extravagant room with like different like creatures' heads mounted on the wall. You do see most of them are like wild animals. You do see what's it called? It has like a lion's mane, spiky tail, manticore.
Chimera?
You see a manticore head. Lots of like some deer, some wolves, boar, and he's got like this big bed that's like I don't know, really long. You like huge. You could sit like 10 people on it, and it's got like those tall banisters with those see-through canopy thing that like droops over, and like lots of bright colors like reds and pinks and stuff. Wow, oh,
Makes sense for Morningwood.
an interesting time that you show up. How may I
Yeah.
help you?
This is either very convenient or very inconvenient. But I just wanted to let you know we were ready to get you out of the city. However, I don't know if they're going to lock down the gates because of this situation.
Yeah,
Um,
I imagine they would.
do you have any idea what's going on?
Not a bit. I know something's happening, and it's a shame that I missed it. All I got to see was the tower, chopping off a bit. But I dare not get closer, as I saw lots of
Yes.
magic being thrown around.
That seems like a good plan. So here's the situation. I think now would be as good a time as any to get you out of the city. Um, we planned on just putting a disguise on you and walking you out the front gates. But we need to find out what's going on with the at the gates to see if we can actually get out now. Eliwick went off to go check that out. Um, he didn't tell us where to meet, so I'm assuming we should probably head back to the inn. Uh, do you have any kind of like clothes that aren't quite as extravagant? And I kind of like gesture to what he's wearing. Um,
Oh, I think I can work something out. We've got a lot of leftover clothes, if you know what I mean, from the dead. They like their costumes occasionally for putting on a show.
of course, which is exactly what we're gonna do because we're gonna dress you up like a peasant and march you through the city. So go get dressed, and I pull out my my disguise kit from my bag, and I like put it on the bed and like start getting ready to make this guy up.
All right. Um, I was reading something at the same time, but you're getting stuff ready to dress him up.
Basically, yeah, I take my disguise kit out and get ready to put a disguise on.
All right. If we're leaving now, should it be that I've disappeared amongst the chaos and maybe even taken?
Of course, you can let your guards. You can come up with whatever story you want to explain your absence.
I like the
Uh,
taken one.
my job is basically to make it look like you're not Hope Dawnstar and get you out of the city.
Well,
What people think about why you left, that's up to you.
maybe we should make Corgan disappear then, since he'll be one of the last people to see you with me. That'd be
Uh,
an
is
end.
he not loyal?
He just works for me, but no reason for him to mum's the word.
Um, I mean, you just want me to like slit his throat? I mean, I can do that.
Yeah, but we'd have to either leave his body here and us gone. That'd leave evidence that I was taken. That could be good. Or they think I'd kill him. I don't know if I want that.
Uh,
Mm.
well, I mean, we could thrash this room, bring him in here. I could slit his throat, leave him on the ground. Looks like he came in, saw a struggle, and got killed in the process.
Oh, that's true. They don't have any reason to think that I would have killed him.
Yeah, he can't. He's your bodyguard, you know. It makes it. Wait a second. Uh, how about let's just like wow. Hold on a second. I gotta talk to Razik real quick.
I'm
We're gonna
not.
step outside in the hall. Is
He
that
laughed.
okay with you?
He genuinely laughs. I'm not trying. Okay, look. I don't know what that accent is. I'm not trying to set you up.
Yeah, it seems like you're trying to set me up.
Well,
Not
we
gonna
need
lie.
to solve this problem too, or I'll just have been run away. But that means
You
people will
gotta
be looking after me either way. Look, we don't have to kill him.
look. Yeah, how about I just knock him out? That seems like a better plan.
But then he's seen your face. He'll assume you either took me or. Ay.
So,
Look, can you bribe him or something? Maybe that'll make it easier. Clear your conscience a
yeah,
bit and not think I'm trying to set you up.
can't you bribe him? It's like your employee.
No.
You even have to bribe him, you pay him.
Look, I'm
Yeah,
going to
just
have
be
to
like,
get across the border. I'm not going to have. I need that money after you leave me.
all right. Listen, I'll give you the gold, but I feel like you could just be like,
I
"Hey,
don't want
employee, you should not have seen me. I'm gonna go on a little adventure, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks." And then he'll probably be like, "All right, super. Just pay me while you're gone." Wouldn't you think?
He kind of like rubs his chin. I'd rather him dead, to be honest, but
Let the dog outside, Alistair.
I could try to work something out, I suppose. Might have had something more clear if we weren't leaving so quickly, but
Can I be honest with you, Dawnstar?
of course.
You are becoming a real pain in my ass. All I'm saying. Jesus Christ. All right. Uh, Here, come here and let me get you all doctored up and shit, and then we'll deal with the guard as we leave.
Okay. All right. So he pulls out some regular, like, really beige and torn up not jeans, khaki
Breeches.
pants, breeches. Yeah, whatever. A white tunic and blah. He's like, "Are you sure you're gonna be able to cover up my beautiful skin? And what about my flawless red hair?"
And I just have some like a bag of ash, and I'm like, oh yeah, hair's not gonna be a problem. Don't
Well,
worry, I've done this before.
alrighty then. Well, let's see
I'll
what you
be
can
like,
do.
as a matter of fact, I made our little goblin friend look like a person. So let's make this happen. Get over here.
All right. So go ahead and roll your disguise kit.
All right, I'm gonna roll terribly. I just have a feeling.
Dun, 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 dun. Do you have inspiration?
I do, but
Okay.
the stuff that's going on right now, I think I may need that later. But let's see.
Depends on how bad. Like that.
Oh, yep, there it
Oh
is.
my gosh.
That's exactly what I was expecting.
Crit fail.
Yeah, there it is. There's that nat one.
So do you want to roll with advantage or a kit? Or you don't get that
Fuck
25,
me.
you'll have to roll again.
I know. Fuck me. God, I know we're gonna have to fight later, and I'm gonna want that inspiration. But
Just might keep it from happening sooner.
god damn it. Yeah, let me. I'll roll. Am I rolling again or just?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want advantage or add a d10 to that 8.
Uh, I'll just take it. I'll roll again and take
Okay.
advantage. Because even if I got a 10, it's only an 18. Here it is.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you powder his hair. You make it look like a brown with that ash, I guess.
Just make
How
it
do
look
you
black.
cover his skin?
Just like with makeup and so he's like a tiefling, right?
Yeah, he's a blue tiefling with red markings.
So I'm gonna cover his skin so that he looks freaking just kind of like a gray color with makeup, and I'll do his face and his hands, and then I'm gonna put a cloak on him to cover up his horns, and I have like a fake beard. Then I'm gonna put a fake beard on him so that covers up his face,
Mhm.
and uh trying to think. So they don't have sunglasses in the medieval times, so that would be weird. Uh yeah, I think that would probably be good enough unless somebody like is super checking him out. I don't think they would recognize him with all that stuff.
And he goes into his wardrobe and he pulls out like what looks like bandages, and he wraps up his sword like the feathers and just like puts it up and then throws it
Ah,
on his back.
absolutely. Good thinking. I forgot how renowned that sword is. All right, so here's the plan. All right, we're gonna head over to what's it called? The Leaky Tap.
Yeah.
We're gonna head to the Leaky Tap. We're gonna try to take side streets. You know the city pretty well, right?
Well, I know it a bit. Most of the time, I try to stay up here. I try not to get out too much, but in my early days, I walked it a bit. I haven't been here too long, honestly. But
All right.
the time
Well,
I've been here, I've made quite the fuss.
I generally know how to get there, so I think I can get it there without following the main thoroughfare. But
Hmm.
let's head to the leaky tap and see what happens.
All right. Um. Well, now about Corrigan.
Yeah, that guy. Um,
Here, we could take him with us, and then
sure,
send him
sure.
off once we're outside.
Yeah. Once we get out the city, can and that's just a little bit more muscle instead of in case anything happens.
He kind of he heads out the door, and then you hear a little bit of a kerfuffle, and then you see Corgan get thrown into the door. It's me, you idiot. All right, you're coming with us.
See how good I am? Hey,
All right.
buddy.
It's
I
not
told
about
you he
your
knew me.
skill. It's about this fucking idiot's eyeballs. They're not the
That's
greatest.
true.
And I hired
He
him.
didn't seem that bright.
Well, you learn something every now and then. At least you did that for me.
Absolutely. All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
I think the longer we stay here, the worse things are gonna get.
You guys start. You guys make your way back. Eliwick, what are you doing?
I was going back to the inn.
Okay. And I guess you can update Zephyrius. Because
Yes.
I don't think he knows anything that's going on.
Okay. So are we at? Do I see him when I enter the inn?
I'm assuming he's in his room, right?
Okay.
Z?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, I will, go up to his room and knock on the door. Z, Z, do you know what's going on? Z.
I'm gonna open it very slightly and peek out my eyes. No, I do not know what's going on.
Okay. So there's kind of something weird happening outside. Things are tumbling over, and you know who decided that it would be a good time to sneak you know who out? So I just wanted you to know, that's what's going to happen. But hold on, wait a second. I'm trying to remember. Is this the thing that he didn't want to know about?
Uh, what
Z.
we're doing with
I mean, yes. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
really know who you guys are sneaking out because I'm not in the loop at all.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna scratch that because I couldn't remember if it was this, but I'm gonna be like, okay, so we're gonna be gone for a little bit, possibly, but we will be back. It's to do with something that you don't need to want to know about, so just letting you know. Don't be worried.
Okay, have fun. Enjoy yourselves.
Okay. Oh, and keep an eye out for Strixia because she's not coming with us either. Just make sure she doesn't die, I guess. I don't know.
If I see her, I will make sure, but I have not
Okay.
seen her.
Okay. Cool. And I'll give him thumbs up and then I'll turn around and wait patiently downstairs at a table.
Okay.
Okay.
And none of you hear from Strixia. Okay. And Z, are you doing anything?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I'm just chilling in the room.
Yeah. You kind of sit there contemplating life and then kind of annoyance that you haven't heard from your demon. Let me see. Okay. So you guys start making your way back.
yes.
Not stopped. You guys make it back to Leaky Tap with no issue.
Okay.
You do see that there's an increase in guard, and some of them try to direct you, but you let them know that you're staying at a tavern or just heading back, and they don't stop you.
And then where's the Leaky Tavern at again?
The Leaky
Leaky
Tap is so you
Is
have
that-
to head down this whole main street and then go here.
Yeah, it's just there.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. So yeah, when we get there, I just look for Eliwick, and so you're downstairs, right, Eliwick?
Oh, yeah.
And so as soon as I see it, I kind of walk over to you and be like, "So what the gates look like?"
They're not letting people out.
Awesome.
They're saying they're not evacuating anybody, just sheltering them.
Excellent. Okay.
At the
So
very least, okay, at the very least, I see that we have a new friend. I'm gonna raise my eyebrows and look at Hope Dawnstar.
Oh,
Um, at the very least, he could just chill with us until all of this is over, and then, you know, once it's ended and we're able to get out through, he's disappeared in the Rickus, and now we're just a bunch of travelers leaving.
that is true. However, do we know how long this might the lockdown might last?
No, but does it matter?
Guess not. He could just hang out in the room
Yeah.
until it all blows over.
um,
All right, how about this? Here's what we're gonna do. All right, I want you guys, and I look at Hope Dawnstar, and I'm like, listen, you go up to my room, you stay in there, don't come out, don't let anybody see you. Just hang out in there. I'm gonna go scout around, see if I can find a way that it seems feasible for us to get out of the city. I mean, I'm not too keen on being here right now, anyways. Um, but let me see if I can find something that we can use, and you guys keep him safe here. If anyone comes in looking for him, you know nothing, and don't let them in my room.
Okay.
Deal? You good on that?
so
Does
you're
anyone
Yeah,
have
sure.
any other ideas?
what's your plan? To leave him in the room and then go look for a way
I'm
out?
gonna go. Well, I'm gonna leave everyone else
Hmm.
there, and then what I want to do is I'm gonna go scout the walls, see if there's like areas of the walls that aren't guarded that we could climb over, or like if there's some exit that I can maybe take out a guard and get us out of the city. I'm gonna just go scout the perimeter kind of in this area over here.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna go do. Does anyone have any objections to that?
Nope.
No.
I'm just gonna stay here, I guess.
Yeah, just keep an eye on Dawnstar. Make sure he doesn't leave, and make sure nobody comes to see him.
Okay.
All right. Just to establish, just to establish, my name is Carl.
Ah,
Yes,
Ka.
Ka.
Oh, aye, yeah, that'll do. Um, I'm gonna go get ale. And he kind of goes up to the bar. Hello,
Wait,
good
Ka, I
citizen.
have a question.
I would like a drink, please.
Damn it.
I'm
I have.
gonna tap Delvin. I don't think there's any way he's going to do what you say, quite how you ask.
God, I hate this guy so much. And I just look at you, Isaac, and I say,
Mm,
remember my original plan? It seems like
Yeah,
more and more of an excellent plan every second I spend with this guy.
I think you might be right. Well,
All
we'll
right,
see what happens.
I'll be back. Give me 30 minutes.
Okay.
All right, and I
See if
rush
you
out the
can't find any small. I look around. No one's listening, or specifically the dwarf and more or Ka aren't listening to us, right? They're doing their own
the
thing.
dwarf?
team into Hop Orc.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, that's in Delvin's game. Or, yeah. Alan, hold on. Okay. What were you saying?
They aren't paying attention to Delvin and I.
No, the half orc is still kind of like with you guys looking around, just like, doesn't know what he's doing here.
Never mind, I'm not gonna say it.
That's the dude that they took with them.
Oh, he's Corgan. Yeah.
Okay, that's Corgan.
Hey, Corgan, go keep an eye on your boss. Make sure nobody freaking he doesn't make a scene.
He kind of looks at you like, really? He's like, well, I'll do my best. He heads over there.
Awesome.
I'll head over there by the bar too, trying to make it look kind of natural. I
And I
guess.
say,
Hmm?
Eliot, get him up to the room as soon as possible. I know he's difficult. Do what you can do.
Your extra drink won't hurt.
We'll see. Okay. Sure. But I'm gonna sit down next to him, and I'm going to kind of like just act all normal. Is it? What was his name? Did you say his name was Grog?
Oh, Corgan.
Korg. Korg. So I'm gonna sit down and just start casually. Cord, it's been such a long time since I've seen Cord. That's not his name.
Corgan.
No, no, Dawnstar.
Ka.
Ka. Ka. So, Ka, it's been a really long time since I've seen you. It's good to see you around. What have you been up to?
Oh, well, I forgot to, but, I've just been, cleaning toilets. People shit, someone's got to clean them.
You know, I don't envy you that because the person who has to clean the toilets on a ship really has. Let me tell you, I am very happy. Are you guys still there?
Yeah, but kind of changed. It sounded weird.
Yeah, you, cut out at the same
Hold
time.
on, I accidentally did a weird thing and unplugged my my mic. It's my laptop. Okay, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, yeah, I've been on my fair share of ships for a few months, so good luck getting this smell out of you. And I pat him on the back, and I'll look to the bartender like, "Can I have a cup of soup, please?"
Right. And get her an ale, too, dear citizen.
An ale?
If you're not going to drink it, I will.
Oh, yeah, you could have it. I don't know if you remember, but I don't really drink too much.
Don't care much. And he continues
Okay.
drinking.
Okay, Alistair.
Um, you get there?
Oh, Delvin,
Yes.
since they're all distracted now, while you're out looking for a way out, a dark corner that is easy to conceal with no eavesdroppers might be useful too. Just saying. Options. Bye.
Absolutely. I'll keep my eyes out while I'm out there. That could be useful later. All right, see ya. I'll be back 30 minutes. And I look at Raz and I'm like, seriously, get him into the room. Like, him into the common room is gonna fuck everything up. Just get him up to the room.
Reggie gives them the thumbs up.
And I leave.
I'm not doing that. So, Razzie's just gonna watch, make sure he doesn't do anything outlandish. And no one comes in doing anything crazy.
Okay. So you're going to go out?
Yeah.
All right. Z, are you going to do anything? Do you want to come downstairs just for funs?
Sure. Why not?
All right. You come downstairs to see Eliwick and Razig, and two strangers seem to be just having a good time.
Fine.
Yeah, vibing. And you swear you kind of recognize this guy. Here, do a perception check.
Okay.
Roll a 14 or higher. Nope. Okay. So yeah, you don't. You're like, that's a stranger. Never mind. Yeah, they're just hanging out with two strangers.
Oh my god.
You're like, what the heck? And you swear, as you walked by Delvin's room, you heard.
Yeah.
God, I
heard
forgot
I
about
heard
this.
what?
Uh,
Oh. Oh shit. Okay.
yeah.
Never mind.
But yeah, you head down there.
Do I see Delvin anywhere?
No, you don't see Delvin. You don't see Sturk's either.
Okay. Okay. What time is it at night?
It's like 11. I don't know. We're just gonna go with 11.
Good. Good.
Okay, I can still order beer at this time, right?
Oh yeah, there's
Or
people
ale?
still kicking it.
Okay.
Clearly.
Okay. I'm gonna go and order some ale and then go back up to my room.
Yeah, you order ale.
I see.
And
I
then,
see.
you see the hooded stranger say, "It's nice to see you." It's just stupid. He's not.
I'm just gonna stare at him and say, I don't know you, and then walk away.
He says, "Well, at least it works." And he kind of like takes a sip of ale and kind of spits it out. Oh, this it's quite cheap, isn't it? And then starts drinking. All right. and Brad Delvin.
Yes. So
So
my plan is so I'm here right now.
yeah,
So I'm gonna like run, kind of like sneak over near the gates
hmm
and just kind of scout out along this gate here, this direction, and like up this direction,
okay.
and see
Are
if
you
I can find.
are you trying to be stealthy?
I mean, I'm not gonna like be hiding in the corners or anything like that,
hmm
but I'm trying to be as. But what is the streets like? Is there like people running and freaking out, or is
Um,
it fairly normal?
on the main streets, you have like from what guards are there, they're still like trying to keep people inside their homes. So it's a lot of the streets are dead except for like the guards like directing people.
It,
So if you don't want a
then,
guard bugging your ass, uh,
oh yeah, then I'm hiding. I might even like climb up on the roof. No, because that's too suspicious. I'm gonna just be keeping to the shadows so that
yeah,
I can avoid all the guards and
I'll
shit like that.
say you're. I'll give you like a passive stealth for this. That it's not something
Yeah,
too
and
extravagantly hard. It's dark. The
I have
guards
that
are
cloak of elven kind,
yeah.
so like
So
I'm
I'll
really
say
stealthy in this.
that you don't have to roll. That you're just going to be stealthy.
Okay.
Um, However, for looking for a way out, you can either roll an investigation check or a perception check.
I'll roll investigation. I think. Where's perception? Uh, Never mind. I'll roll perception. I'm much better at that.
Sweet.
22.
Okay. So as you're kind of going around, you do see uh, what looks like possible ways out. That would be through like a sewer system. You see like the drains, and it seems reasonable that they drain outside of the city in this area, particularly over here. Um,
Okay.
and with the
And
22, I want to say you can see an easier way into the sewer system, kind of like right here in the center,
uh,
where there's like a bigger like grate that you can kind of like break into to get down in.
okay. Um, and is there like a guard presence in this area?
Yeah, so similar to what Eliwick saw, they have a higher guard presence, especially on the wall and just like on the streets.
Okay. So, um, yeah. All right. Then I'm gonna head back, and on the way, I'm gonna be looking all the way to here to see if there's a sewer entrance closer to the actual place. But if not, I'm just gonna go back and try to get everyone.
Yeah. You can roll another perception check since it's like I'm gonna count it as separate for a more
Yeah.
convenient spot. Yeah. So though, however, yeah. So you do find some that are closer, but that means it's gonna be more complicated to get through.
Could I maybe um find like a bunch of back alleys that we could take without having to be on the main street?
Yeah, that's easy enough. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Because then that's what I want to do is find some back alleys so we don't have to be on the main street. Keep us a little bit more incognito.
mhm.
All right. Do I know anything about these sewers? Have I heard anything about there being dangerous in the sewers or anything?
No.
Okay.
I mean, here, do a history check.
Uh, I mean, I don't think I
Yeah,
would.
no.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna just make my way back.
Okay.
And what do I see when I walk in? Are these assholes still at the bar?
Oh, yeah. So as you're doing that, while you're out and about, uh, Caw Dawnstar, it's like, oh, look at that. Oh, do you mind if I? He talks to the person behind the bar. Do you mind if I try out that piano? Oh, sure.
God.
Do you play? Indeed, I do. All right, yeah, have at it. And he starts like walking over to the piano.
Wait.
Wait, before he starts walking over to the piano, and I was like, I have something much more interesting to show you upstairs, if you don't mind.
He kind of looks down at you. And what is this thing?
You know how I said that I have a lot of treasures? Well, no, that I'm usually on ships and we come across many treasures. I think
Mm-hmm.
there's something that you might enjoy.
Do a persuasion check.
Mm,
He looks down at you, and well, you have my curiosity. I'll check it out.
so we make it. We're walking to the room, right?
Yeah, he'll follow you. So,
Okay. I'm gonna take out the mechanical spider.
okay.
Um, so this little thing is a little mechanical spider, but it's odd because it is um sort of attached to a person, and now I've been trying to fix it. But I was wondering because you do have a lot of skills that I don't know, I'm just assuming, but I was wondering if you could help me fix it because I kind of like playing tricks on people, and this person would absolutely go bananas if I got it working again.
All right. You see his as you're talking, his eyes kind of glaze over. Oh, I thought I'd be
Okay.
saying something a bit more flashy. This is all you got to show me, and you're asking me a favor.
Um, well, okay. If I'm, let me just level with you here, okay? Um, I don't need your help fixing this because I can fix it myself. I'm a little tinkerer, but I did have a question for you about um potions, like unusual potions that you wouldn't see in any sort of book at all. But um, there's there's this potion that I ran into that I've been sort of afraid to figure out what it is, and I only have like a drop, like 2 drops of this potion, and I don't. I feel like if I could figure out what it is, I could recreate it. Is that something
It's,
that you've come across on your travels?
it's not in my wheelhouse per se, but
Hmm.
best way to test a potion is to drink it. But I get that's a dangerous thing. I'd find an alchemist that knows what they're doing.
Um, Here's another question for you. Have you heard any stories of and then I don't remember my parents' names, but I'm just going to say my parents' names, but I'm not going to say that's my parents.
Yeah, I'd have to look at your character sheet. Um,
Well, I mean, you don't need to know my parents' name to answer the question as Hope Dawnstar.
no, no, none of those names ring a bell. Now, if you don't mind, I got some keys to finger.
Okay, I do. Don't okay. If you want to get out of the city, correct?
Aye, I do.
And people know you. I know that you're a talented individual, and if you play the piano, there's a good chance that people might recognize you.
People don't know me for playing the piano, little one.
Say that again.
People don't know me for playing the piano.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm quite sure. I don't go in the victory pit and fiddle with the keys.
But what about people close to you? I'm just trying to protect and watch out, make this as smooth as possible. And apparently, my other tactics of distracting you are uninteresting, so I'm just going to be real with you, 100% now. I don't know if it's a good idea for you to key the piano.
uh, the last time I played the piano was in the Menagerie Coast, but
Alright. So I'm just going to say that you are making this choice on your own, and their contract of whatever you have over anybody else will be null and void if somebody recognizes you based on your piano playing.
he kind of like furrows his brow and kind of glares down at you. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. think I'll do what
I
I
think-
want. I'll be fine. And he like walks out the door.
But by your and I'm just gonna say, by you not saying that you disagree with me, that's going to be correct. That's the new deal. If someone, and then I'm not gonna finish it.
Yeah, he gets what you're saying, but you hear him go stepping down the stairs. Doom, doom, doom. Do I hear pigeons? All right. Good try though. And then shortly after, you start hearing beautiful piano music, which I cannot recreate with my mouth.
What are you saying that you can't play piano with your mouth?
That's all you get. All right. And then you, Delvin, come into the room witnessing this. He's playing the piano, and he's got a few. He's got a hat on the floor, and people are putting coin into it as he plays.
I
People
feel
are
like
drinking.
as soon as I walk in and I see this, like my mouth is just open, and I look at Razig and I'm like, what the fuck?
He needs some money to get around when he leaves.
Oh my god. Okay, this is this fucking guy. Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna like walk up and put my arm around his shoulder and be like, "Hey, Ka, maybe it's time you stop playing the piano in front of everyone, and we go to our scheduled appointment."
Oh, sorry. The piano stops. Everyone kind of looks at you and goes, "Boo!"
Oh,
But sorry. Thank you for your witnessing of my talents. And he bows down with his hands outspread, and then picks up his coin, puts him in his pocket. He's like, "Thank you, citizens. Thank you. Thank you."
I'm gonna draw him towards the door, and as soon as I get him where I could whisper to him, I'm gonna be like, "You have got to be the stupidest person I've ever met. What the hell were you thinking?"
Well, hi. You said that this outfit should, live it up. So I figured you did a splendid job. Let's just
Oh,
put
yeah.
it to the test. It's
Yeah,
working
of
quite well.
course.
Good job.
Yeah, like let's just draw a bunch of attention to ourselves. That's a good. Anyways, let's go. Are you downstairs, Ellie? Wick?
No, I'm upstairs still in my room.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over, lead him over to Razik. Be like, listen, go get frickin' Ellie Wick and bring her down here. I found a way for us to get out of the city and be rid of this guy.
Razik's gonna get up and go do so.
Okay.
Hey, Elric. Delvin's back. Ready to go?
Yeah, yep, we're good. Did he forget anything in his room?
Oh no, I'll check.
No, don't you check. No.
Oh, okay. He's gonna step away from his store and go downstairs.
There's gonna be so much pooping.
Yeah. Z, are you sure you don't want to tag along? This is your last day.
The
Zephyrius. Christopher, sorry.
Wait, what happened?
Are you sure you don't want to tag along? This is your last day.
Yeah, shitty gate.
Yeah, no, I am 100% sure.
Alright. Okay, that's fine.
Bye, Z! We're out to
Bye.
do non-criminal things. And he keeps going.
Alright, so you guys head downstairs.
yes.
Edwick. Okay. Alright, so you guys go ahead and make your way downstairs and out into the night air.
And I'm gonna take the back streets and lead us to the sewer entrance.
Alright, so as you guys are going through the back street, go ahead and I'll say it's easy enough. This is not a hard thing to do because a lot of the guards are mostly on the main streets.
And I kind of did plan to try to find a route that would avoid
Yeah.
them. So
So you doing the legwork originally and knowing which ways to go are going to be the easiest to get through quietly. Um, it's of no consequence to get there. Uh, what's something I was going to do? No. Okay. So you guys make your way to the grate, and that is kind of more out in the open, but you don't see too much. Oh, that's what I was going to do. As you guys are walking, you do hear a guard talking to an old lady. Well, when is the lockdown going to be over? As you guys are like waiting around a corner for this situation to be over so you can pass. Um, he said, it should be over in the morning, unless something else happens. Well, go back to bed. All right. This is usually when I go for my midnight walks, but I guess I'll survive. And kind of locks herself up. And the guard moves on, and you guys kind of move forward. You find yourself at the grate, and now you have to get in.
How, like, this grate, how is it secured?
Um, with bolts, like it's like secured into the concrete. You can either, it looks like some tool was used to like screw it in essentially, or you're gonna have to break it.
And it's
Ah,
like in the middle of the street?
It's on the side of the street.
Okay. And is there any guards around that would see us?
Currently, do a perception check.
Alright.
Okay. In your immediate vicinity, no. You do see from like the housing sizes are different in this area. But you can see like 2 streets over, you see like torchlight of what would be a guard patrol, but it moving, slowly and not heading your way yet.
Okay. Razik, do you have a crowbar?
I do not.
Not a crowbar. Good. I'm trying to see if I happen to have one.
Do you have one, Eliwick, or do you know? She doesn't have one. Okay.
You. Oh, Eric, don't we have a chink for a shot?
I have
Maybe you
3
have
crowbars,
something.
actually.
What a nerd.
I pull a crowbar out of my pack and hand it to you and be like, Razik, quickly, go break open that grate right there. I'll keep watch.
Okay. Ready. Razig's going to. He's gonna look around, and he's really nervous. So he's gonna be sweating a little bit, breathing deeply. He sees a light in the distance, and he's gonna run over there in a rage
Nice.
to rip that thing up.
Go ahead. So with advantage.
What am I rolling? Strength, athletics.
It should be strength.
Yeah.
Oh no. So you,
Ding, ding.
yeah.
No, but I can't get it in.
No gift. You hear like some like creaking or like sort of cracking, but you don't see anything. It looks like it's in there pretty solid.
How thick is this grate?
It's not too thick. It's like a quarter-inch, which is thick, but it's not an inch.
He's going to. Razik's gonna pull out his greatsword and just slam it into the grate.
Jesus Christ! All right, are you gonna roll an attack then?
That's what I figure.
Okay, go ahead. 15. All right. It's not a blunt weapon. So, and I'm assuming this is not your red sword, is it?
Correct. It's just a regular
Okay.
greatsword.
So you smack the great sword across the grate, which is loud.
I'm doing more like a stab.
Oh, okay. So you do stab it, and it goes through parts of the grate, and it cuts into the metal, and then it kind of gets stuck. Because it bit into the metal as it went down, because of how wide the sword is. So it went through a slot, but it also cut in, so now it's like stuck on there.
I hate this guy so much. I just want him to go away. It's just not working.
Does Razik think he could lever it? Lever?
You can try. It seems like it might work.
Woo. He's gonna do that.
All right. One.
Strength
If
check
you can
or
use
something.
athletics for this one, since it's like a different situation. I don't know if it's better.
I don't know actually. Let's find out.
14. So I'll give you that's like 2 successes technically. It's cracking. It's cracking. Like so, you pull it, and it's less that the metal is coming out, but the material around it is starting to break.
Almost there.
So if you can roll higher than a 10,
Just grab it and pull it off.
Elric, get me out of this.
sorry, Brenda's alarm went off, and I went to go get it, and I unplugged my headset.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and roll.
Anyways,
one more time.
Razzie called out to Elric. Elric, come give me a hand with this.
Surprised you didn't ask me sooner.
And
Go ahead, do
Strength?
it with advantage. Yeah. Sweet, perfect. So you guys both lean into it, and you guys fall back as it gets undone, and it tears out part of the concrete, and the bolts get torn out of the material. And now you have a great
work.
stuck on your sword, but you're good.
Central problem for now. Let's go.
All right, let's go. And we walk across the street and drop into the sewer grate. Wait, is it like a super far drop,
No.
or is it just like?
No,
Okay.
it's like 15 feet maybe.
Yeah. Then I just walk over there and say, "In you go." And if he resists, I push him into the sewer.
No, he jumps in like
Okay.
quickly.
All right.
Splash! Motherfucking a shit.
And I jump in behind him and I say, "Yeah, this is
A shitty
this is
situation.
about how I that's about how I saw this going. Let's go."
All right.
And then we start walking to the east.
East. Yes.
Yes.
So
This
yeah,
way.
it seems like a pretty straightforward shot. As you guys, well, there's deviations, but yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll say you guys take your time to not get lost, and you guys
Yeah.
can peek out of certain grates just to get your bearings. Specifically, you, since you know where you're going, Delvin. As you guys are going, you get to what looks like an intersection between 4 pathways, and you hear feet. Splash, 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 splash. Hold on. Who has the highest passives? I know you have good 14.
Mine's 14.
So you
Definitely
and,
not me.
Yeah, you and Eliwick hear it first. You hear like splashing feet that seem to be running.
And I say, "Everybody hide," and I hide in the shadows.
Yeah, you see as Dawnstar kind of looks around. Where the fuck are you gonna? Where'd you go? Oh wait, Eliwick just kind of like crouches even lower. Yeah, that's about what I expected from in here. There's not anywhere to hide
He
yet.
just crouches behind her.
Here, Delvin, do a stealth check. I want to see.
Yeah, just to see
If
how
everyone
this goes.
fails, it makes sense. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck you went. Did he just leave us? What the fuck?
He's going to cast. How big's this tunnel?
It is 15 by 10, so it's pretty big.
I think this might actually be big enough for this. Oh my gosh, I can't read my spell. Oh, yes. He's going to make he's going to cast Silent Image. Just gonna pull off a string of his clothing, flip the fleece in there, and it's gonna cinder away, or smolder away. And wherever the noise seems like it's coming from, actually, he doesn't make it look like there's a wall on both ends of them.
Okay, so like, it's a dead end. Like he can't turn towards you if he was running that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is ahead of you where you hear you would hear it by now, the footsteps. So you make the wall visible and you can see through it, right?
Yes.
You see as what looks like it's hard to tell in the dark, but there's a what looks like an elf. He's holding something in both his hands, bundled up in like material. Like it's hard to tell what it is, and he kind of like looks at the wall, looks around, and then heads where you guys are heading, running.
Like in the same direction?
Yeah.
God damn it. Um, I'm just gonna let him get a little bit of a head start, and then we're gonna continue behind him. He seems like he's running, so
Yeah.
and we'll keep
Elvin, you
going in
think
that
this will be
direction.
useful to? Ah, never mind.
Listen, if the guards catch us, we were chasing this guy. He looks suspicious, and after everything that was happening, we didn't want to let a criminal get away. So if anything happens, we were on this guy's tail.
Makes sense. Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right. You guys move forward, leaving the illusion behind to dissipate as it would. You guys make your way further, and you can kind of tell where the tunnel starts to get smaller, and instead of being 10 by 15, it starts to come down to like 10 by 5, to where you guys are having to now go in a row, 10 feet high, 5 feet wide. Um, you guys won't comfortably walk side by side by any means. But you
Okay.
guys make your way through this tight space. This looks like to where it's starting to exit the city, and you're
Mhm.
going where the wall would be. And
Okay.
it's if you don't have night vision, it's pitch black
I
and
have
or dark vision. So you can, if you don't, hold on to somebody. They'll walk you.
yes.
You guys make your way. You don't hear the footsteps. You do make your way. You see what looks like who would be going first. I'm assuming you, Delvin.
Yeah,
Probably
I'm kind
Delvin.
of
So
leading.
you start to see light at the end of like a moonlit night, and you see bars, and you see a silhouette
Okay.
of what you can assume to be the individual.
Okay, I'm gonna like stop everyone, and I'm going to scout ahead. So I'll say, everyone, stay. Check out what's going on, and I'm going to stealth and try to sneak up and see what's going on.
Right. Go ahead and just roll. Oh, you know what? You rolled a 30 earlier.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You sneak up behind this person, and you kind of see it in the moonlight. It's definitely an elf, like I said before, pointy ears. Looks like it's wearing like a basic, very sharp clothing. Not like as if they were nobility. Very like sharp but simple clothing. Um, but definitely something that someone would wear of a higher status. And you
Okay.
can see and you hear like clicking and stuff, and you see as his hands are like reaching out. It looks like he's trying to pick a lock.
Um, is he succeeding?
If you wait long enough, you'll hear like a click, and you'll hear him. What language do you speak?
I speak um common, elvish, and thieves' cant.
Okay, no. He throws like a broken thieves tool onto the ground, and then pulls out another kit and starts working on it.
So I'm going to fuck. I'm going to step out and like hold up my own thieves' kit and be like, "Could you use some help there?"
He like starts and turns around.
And I have both my hands up in the air, nowhere near my weapons.
And
So,
he looks at the ground where the whatever he was holding before is sitting next to the grate, and he kicks it back with his heel, and it rolls out of the gate, and you see as the like cloth comes undone, it's like this geometric shape of, I don't know, like pentagons. I forget, the dodecahedron. I think you'll know
so
what I'm talking about.
looks like a D20.
Sure. Yeah, it rolls out, and it's like the size of what's a good example? Like a cantaloupe?
Okay.
No, because it wouldn't fit through the gate.
Well, it depends on how wide the gate openings are, but
It's small enough to roll out the gate. It's a decently sized gate. Not enough for someone to squeeze through, but enough for it to roll out. There you
Right, brute.
go. Grapefruit, yeah, that'll work. And it kind of rolls out, and he reaches for his side, and it looks like there's nothing on him, but he pulls out a sword that seems to be out of nothing.
and I say, hey, calm down. I don't want any of your stuff. I
And
just
the
need
rest
to
of
get
us, sorry.
out that gate. Like
And the rest of us
you,
see from there.
You guys, since you guys had approached, you would have seen the moonlight and the silhouette. He was just in front of you guys, so now you see and hear some confrontation in front of you.
I'm just trying to get out that gate. You can keep all of your stuff. I don't want anything that's yours. We're on the same side here. We both need to get out of that gate.
I can't. I can't.
And I shake my thieves' tools. So I was like, maybe I'm a little better at it. Maybe.
Roll a persuasion check.
On persuasion.
Would you roll?
21.
A crit.
You can see he looks you up and down. I, I will let you do this thing.
And I say, I won't take anything. I'll just open the door. I'll back up. You can go on your way, and then we'll go on our own way as well.
Do your thing.
All right. And I'm gonna walk up to the gate, like hands up, and I'm just gonna like take out some thieves' tools, and I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
Oh, you rolled a crit. Yeah. So go ahead and roll your check.
Yeah. So
And
18.
It does not succeed.
Damn.
Does this feel like it's just? Is it like magically
No.
locked?
You felt magic where it's like more of a resistance when you're trying to pick a magical lock. Where this
Yeah.
one, you can tell it's just a more secure because it's for the sewers into the city.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's
Crap.
not broken, so you can try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one more time. Be like, sorry. Let me try again. Man, I have a +7.
The heck? Thank you. Did you make these? Oh, you're so sweet.
Remember, I used my inspiration, Razid.
Oh, 18 again.
Yeah,
Oof.
fucking ridiculous.
Maybe together.
So I have some friends that may be able to pull this, like, break through. That wouldn't work either. It'd be so loud, draw so much attention. Fuck. Hey, you know what I can do? Let me see if I actually can do this. Oh, never mind. I didn't pick that one. Boo. Thought I had Misty stuff. I just jump through the thing, try to get out. I think like I pull the picks out and I say, "Fuck, stupid lock. Why don't you try again?" And I hand him my picks.
All right. So you go ahead and hand him the picks. He looks him over and says, "I try. You go that way."
And I take a couple steps back.
All right. So let's see. I'll add his modifier in a second. 15.
It feels 18.
It's
Huh?
probably gonna be 8.
was that 15 plus 4? So
Not
it'll
slightly better than you.
19. Or wait, yeah, 19. And it does not open, unfortunately.
God.
Oh, are you helping him? Because that'll give him advantage.
I mean, absolutely, I would help him.
There we go. Yeah. So this time, as you're like looking over his shoulder, you're like a little to the left and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it like he kind of like looks at you, nods, and is following your instruction, and it pops open. And as soon as it comes open, he like pushes it, and the gate goes with a heavy squeal, and he grabs his bundle and starts to run.
And I say, all right, guys, get over here. And I'm letting that guy go. By the way, I have to tell you, metagame wise, I really want to stop that guy because I think I know what he has. But non-metagame, I don't think Delvin gives a shit. He's just trying to get rid of fucking what's his name? So I say, Dawnstar, get over here.
What the hell was that? Another person escaping in the night.
Yep.
I'm
Don't
sure
worry
there's like
about
a dozen
him.
of them.
I'm sure it's nothing to do with the tri-spy or fallen.
Definitely not. But as you can see, the exterior of the city awaits.
Freedom!
All right.
Hi.
Off you
Nice
go.
knowing you.
Off you go.
Aye, that's not what we...
Oh, you said get you out of the city. That is the outside of the city.
I need a bit more help than that. At least help me get to Phelan or Feldwin, whatever it was called.
Okay. No. I still have items in here, and I don't want to have to backtrack.
Felderwin. Oh, it's not that far, you little one.
I'm done. I'm not leaving. My animals are back at the inn. So peace. I'm gonna stay here. So
Well, I guess we're going back inside. I'll try again.
Oh my god. I am going to freaking stab this guy as he comes back inside the city. I say, no. Out you go.
You're taking me the rest of the way.
I swear to God.
Where's Sturksia, by the way?
Here's what's going to happen. All right, you guys go back inside. I'll take him to Fairland, and I'll meet you guys back at the inn.
Are you sure we want to go back that way, Eliwick? Like, now that we're at the exit, I don't exactly want to go back to where we might be accused of something again.
no.
That's true.
My plan was just to wait outside the edge for a while.
Well,
That
While the
works.
gates open
remember,
back up.
we heard that person say that the lockdown would end tomorrow morning. We could just walk him to the nearest inn, and then frickin' in the morning, we can head back because we got him as far out of the city as we're going to get him.
How far is the nearest inn? Is it less than a day's walk?
Would I know
Probably.
that?
The nearest inn outside of...
The nearest place that we could stop at.
Pretty much, I think what he suggested was taking the river to Felderwin.
Oh,
So it'd be like a
listen,
one-shot.
I will tell you this. I'm not taking him all the way to Phelan. We're gonna go a little ways away from the city. Here, so let's just. Here's my. I can't say it because it'll make everyone make decisions based off of my plan. I say, listen, let's just start walking. We'll get a ways away from the city. Tomorrow morning, you guys can head back to the city. I'll take, freaking Dawnstar the rest of the way to the city, and then I'll meet you guys back here. You guys have to wait a couple days for your weapons, anyways. All right. Are we all good?
So say that one more time.
So
I was thinking too loud.
we'll keep going. We'll lead him away from the city, get him a ways out of the city. Tomorrow morning, when we wake up, we'll send you and Razik back to the city, and I'll take him the rest of the way. And then I'll meet you guys back at the Leaky Tap. You guys have to wait for a little while to get your weapons anyways.
Okay. I'm good with that. Are you okay with that, Razik?
Yes, let's start walking.
Alright.
Razik's gonna look at his greatsword. Is there still a freaking thing attached to it?
Thing. Oh, the great.
Actually, maybe I should make an arcana. Does Razzie think he could be traced to using his sword if he leaves it behind?
Wait, the sword behind?
Yeah, like if he just leaves the greatsword, does he think someone might be able to track him with it?
No. Like, I don't even know of a way they could do that magically, so I don't think so.
Why would you leave it behind though? Is it still
There's
like
a grate on it.
Oh.
I'll leave it somewhere
It's
outside.
a
Can't you just
great
pull it off the
sword.
grate?
I'll try.
I'll stand on it, you pull, and we'll get it out of there.
It's a great sword.
Oh, that's
I'm
clever.
gonna keep this short. You know, no one will notice. I'm keeping it like this. Let's go.
It's a +1 greatsword.
-1.
Wow.
A minus
Okay, so we're
3
gonna
to
get away from the
deception.
city.
Okay, so you guys head
I'd
out.
say we walk. We're gonna walk for a couple of hours and then make camp because it's already super late, right?
Yeah. So you guys,
Okay.
walk for a couple hours. You make your way to the top of a hill where you can see the river like a mile below. Um, and it does look like a little bit to the north, not too much. It looks like there's like a small little outlet, and maybe a tavern there, and you see like a dock where people can come and go.
Okay. All right. So
Ignore that.
let me ask you a question, DM.
Uh-huh.
I have a poisonous kit.
Hmm.
Would I be able to? And I have a sleep spell that I could cast. Would it be possible for me to somehow make a tea that will make people sleep to the point where they won't? Because did you say we're at a place? Oh, we're on the top of a hill
Yeah.
and we see a dock in the distance.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a mile away.
Correct. So I tell everyone, listen, it's been a long day. Me and Razik will take first watch. Uh, what's this? Dawnstar, you get some sleep. All right.
Oh, I'll get some sleep. That's for sure. After walking around in that muck.
Yeah, you seem real tired. Don't worry, I got your back.
Hmm.
You're
All
not
right.
very convinced.
I'm I'll be honest. I'm a bit disappointed that Sturxia didn't make her way here with this. It's a shame. Feels like it's not a favor owed, if you know what I mean.
She's our friend. We did this for you, and
But I wanted to
you
see her
said,
face as she helped me out.
well, we all want lots of things. I want you to be out of my life for the rest of my life, and yet here you are. So we
I
make
will
do with
be
what we
sure.
get.
I'm gonna be sure to tell her what happened, and then I will carefully sketch her face and mail it to wherever place you want me to mail it for you to pick it up so you can still see her face.
And then you could frame it and everything.
I honestly doubt that you'll be able to get it to me. But I
I
like
said
your
that.
spirit there,
No,
bit.
no. I said that you would tell me where you would want it to be sent to, so it's a place that you would already know you would go to. I'm not searching. I'm just sending
Fair
where you
enough.
tell me to.
Well, I don't know
Yes.
where that place is at the moment.
Trust
But
me,
if I do,
Dawnstar.
I'll have somebody find you. If I can.
Once you're
Alright.
gone, we hope to never see you again.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yes, absolutely. Go to sleep.
I mean, I don't have anything against you personally, so I can't. I don't.
All right, Corgan, make sure to, watch me while I sleep. I'm gonna get some light. Some winks. Good night.
I'm
Good night.
right.
Plays
Well,
piano
good.
pretty good.
I say, hey, Razik, come with me. I need to collect some firewood.
Okay.
Eliwick,
guess-
you watch these two.
Okay, I guess so.
And I'm going to lead Razig far enough away where I'm definitely out of earshot.
And tell him to look at the rabbits.
Oh my god.
Never mind, go on.
Poor
Screw you.
Razig.
Look at the rabbits, George.
And when we get far enough away, I'm like, "Hey, Razig. So here's
Mhm.
the plan." And I point over to where the docks are. Tomorrow morning, you guys head back. I'm gonna take Dawnstar to the little inn over there. I'm going to put some sleeping potion in his drink, make him pass out, put him on a ship, send him down the river. I'll meet you guys back at the inn.
So you don't want me to stick around, even if it's just from a distance.
I mean, if you want to hang out, that's fine. But I think Eliwick wants to get back to town. I don't want her traveling alone.
I look over at Eliwick. She has bigger muscles than both of us.
That is true. Uh, you know what? Go send her over here. You go back and watch them.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back over. Eliwick! Don't want to talk to you.
No. Okay.
He's Razig just like points in every direction in the relative vicinity. That way.
Okay. Got it. I'll stand up and walk on over.
All right, Eliwick. So I was telling Razig the plan is tomorrow I take him over to that little inn over there with the dock. Put him on a ship. If I have to put him to sleep to get him to go on the ship without me coming with him, that's what's going to happen. Send him down the river, come back to town. We get our weapons, we get the fuck out of Dodge. But are you okay traveling back to the city alone, or do you want to come with us?
I'm okay doing it alone.
Okay. So tomorrow morning, we'll send you back to the city to let everyone know what's going on. Me and Razig are gonna take this guy over to that dock over there and eliminate the problem.
And again, you mean eliminate by just put.
Yes, not murder. I promise, no murders.
All right. And before you say goodbye to him, tell him if you thought of any place for me to send uh, a sketch.
Absolutely, that will be my top priority.
You know, it's the little things that people remember about you.
Thank you, Eliwick. I will take that as a compliment.
Then I'll just turn around and, go back.
And I'm gonna go find some firewood and then come back with wood and start a small fire and keep watch all night.
All right. So you guys do your watches, and Corgan wakes up Dawnstar for his watch of their own separate watches that they're doing, and he goes to sleep. And you guys, morning comes with no consequence.
All right. All right, Dawnstar, here's the plan. Me and Razik are going to take you to where you need to go. Eliwick's going to go back and let our friends know what's going on. All right?
All right.
Deal?
Sounds like a plan.
Mention the plan,
Huh?
but I forgot to ask. I forgot to ask the DM this last night. With my plan, I need to make a potion that will make him sleep.
Okay.
Do I need to gather ingredients, or can I just have those?
Didn't you gather sleeping
Yes.
ingredients before, or no?
Mm-hmm. I have.
Okay, so we'll say you have those from when you were at Phelan.
Okay. I just wasn't sure.
And you have a poisoner's kit. Is that to make poison?
Correct.
And then, do you know how to use it? Because then just use it, and I'll tell you how effective.
Yes, I have. I am proficient with the poison.
Okay, so for a poison that will make him sleep, but not stay asleep long, it'll make him fall asleep.
I need him to sleep enough where, like, I could potentially, like, carry him onto a ship and leave him there, and they wake up later on the ship.
Okay. So that will still require probably a Constitution save.
Yes.
So a potent enough potion You kind of like size him up as he's sleeping. And you're like,
And I'm gonna go overboard because if he dies, I don't really care.
okay, DC 20 for the most effective.
Okay. And
DC
what do you use as your
Impossible.
What would the attribute be for making a potion?
Um,
What's your poisoner's quick?
Wisdom or
That'll be
intelligence
Arcana.
or Arcana. Yeah, one of those three. Because medicine uses intelligence, right? Or wisdom.
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 And Arcana uses intelligence.
And alchemy. What does that one use?
Is there an alchemy? I don't think
There,
there's.
alchemy's not a thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that's what potions are.
Mm-mm. It used to be back in the
Probably
day, but not anymore.
medicine.
Because
Do you have a high wisdom?
My wisdom's 14.
That's not bad. That's a +2. Are you smarter?
No, my
Oh.
intelligence is only 11.
Okay. Well, then I would probably use that wisdom then.
Okay. That makes sense. So, wisdom. There it is. There. Wisdom. Come on, big rolls. Yeah!
Nice. Hey, you did. You did it. Yeah. So, with confidence, you make this sleeping potion. So now, since you've made it once, I'll say the DC will be easier next time you want to make this because you have it in your mind. You've done it before. Repetition will make it easier for you. So, because he seems like a pretty sturdy guy, so you needed a strong potion
Yeah.
to make him.
Hell
knock out.
yes.
what the heck?
That's awesome. Okay.
Doesn't mean it'll
so
put
yeah.
him to sleep though. He could
Of
still
course,
save.
he's still gonna have a Constitution save, but at least now I have a possibility of executing my plan.
Yeah. I'm gonna say his save will need to be 20.
Okay. Hell yeah. So yeah, that's what I do that night, and then we wake up in the morning, and then we have that conversation, and I say, "All right, Elliot, tell him I'll be back in a couple of days." How long would it take me to get to where he's trying to go?
Oh, yeah, just a couple of days.
I'll be back in
It's
a
on boat. It's gonna go relatively close. I'll say it's a day. It's not too far.
Okay.
Day travel by
Sounds
boat.
good. Perfect. So I'll be back in a couple of days, and let everyone know when we get back. I want to get the hell out of this city.
Alrighty. Safe travels.
Yeah. Enjoy your walk back to town.
It's gonna be 21 just to match your poisoner's kit roll.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. So you guys start heading. You guys head back to town. I'm assuming you're gonna go through the main gate.
Okay. I'll be
Ellie
in
Wick and
Kentucky in a little bit.
Yeah.
Razig's gonna stick with.
Couple minutes.
Oh, you're staying with
Delvin.
Delvin? Okay.
Yeah.
So Eliwick is just going back by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go tuck Tierney in real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So you just pretend that you were just out and about, and you're able to enter the city with relative ease. You do see that guard is increased, and that you got pat down. They checked you. They
I
went.
think I don't have anything.
Yeah, you went through. They went through your pockets and stuff, but they let you in with little to no suspicion.
Okay.
And are you there, Josh, or did he go?
He
I
went to
thought
go
you
check
went
the-
AFK.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and take our first break.
Oh, okay.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
And I think I should probably do Christopher's stuff soon, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, especially since he's been just sitting there. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I'm chill.
I guess it makes it easier for what's gonna happen.
On another note, God, I want to delve in and do something so much.
Would you
To
want
that
to do?
elf.
Oh, to the elf. Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Like, at first I was going to say something, but then I was like, what does Razzie give a shit?
No. No, I just wanted it to be that it happened. Like whether you got it or not didn't really matter to me. I just wanted to throw it in there.
Only reason I really wanted Delvin to do it is because that's like directly involved with his job.
Yeah, yeah, that's a thing.
I was like, if he showed up with that thing, oh man, getting another fucking bonus.
Yeah, that could have been a boon for sure. Um, so you know how the Tri-Spire was attacked, Miranda?
Mhm.
Miranda, the Tri-Spire was attacked. That's the beginning of the episode. Okay. Oh, so that person has to do with it. Not saying that they did it specifically, but they have something from there. Wah, wah, wah. And now they're free. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh, I ate too much. It's okay. It was good though, man. Thank you. Sorry, she says.
It hurts.
I want this as a weapon.
What, your great sword? Yeah, I'd like
Can it be blunt?
it. Could be.
Only problem is if I walk back into town with that thing, I'm gonna get some interesting looks.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Like if the wrong guard sees it, they're gonna be like, "That grate looks like it's supposed to belong in that hole."
Yeah, it might be a little sus. That's the curse. Instagram sponsor. There's a sponsor picture, and
Mhm.
it's the picture of the cover from The Way of Kings.
Oh, nice.
I was like, of course. It has to do with the illustrator, I guess. But I was like, good job, sponsor. Michael Whelan, I guess, is this guy's name.
All right, I'm back.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
come back.
Everyone ready to continue, or do you want to stay on your break till it's over?
Who's
Ready?
missing?
I don't think anyone's
Maybe
missing.
Chris?
I'm good.
That I'm ready.
Then we move forward. So I'm tempted. I want to end the session on what happens to Christopher. So I want to continue with this, which it should be over pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Hopefully.
so let's knock this part out. All right. So you guys head over to the dock, in this little area that seems to be just there for the transportation of people and goods. And you see like a little road leading back to town or the city, going
Mhm.
like around the hills that you climbed through, more to the north. So it'll looks like it might connect somewhere near the Tri-Spire area. Um, but you get there. What do you do?
So first things first. This is like a little tavern, right?
Yeah, there's a little tavern there.
Okay. I say, all right, Dawnstar, why don't you go inside and uh get yourself a drink, and I'll go get us passage to whatever that place is called.
Felderwin.
Um, yeah, it's Felderwind.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice. I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. I'll find a
Excellent.
voice eventually.
Very convincing. Very
Thank you,
convincing.
thank you. And he
All
heads
right.
inside.
And I'm gonna go see if I can find a ship captain
All right.
down at the docks.
Yeah. There is currently a ship at the dock, like, or I guess a boat, not a ship. But there is a boat, and you find like this like tall, lanky dude, but still like muscular, human, like a thick rough, unkempt beard and like a mop of like this dusty, dirty blonde hair. Right. All right. Can I help you? What am I character?
Well met. My name is that. Fuck. I need to write this
Rigger?
thing.
Trigger. Yes.
Trigger. Yeah. Or Rigger. My name is Rigger, and I have a package that I need you to deliver to Felderwin. Are you my guy?
Yeah, I can deliver packages.
Awesome. So your package may be a person,
It's
that
not
may
a
not
slave,
be.
is it? Because I can't be doing
Abs-
that.
Absolutely not. I give you my word.
Oh,
He's just a slightly annoying individual
I get
that I'm
those.
looking to be rid of, and so he may be really tired, and I may just need to leave him on your ship, send him down the river, and accidentally forget to get on the ship with him. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, he kind of tongues his lower lip, spits into the water. So it's a bit funny what you're asking. Might have to pay me a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. I assumed as much. How much? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna take out a platinum piece and hold it in the air.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that'll do it. You need anything else?
And I hand it to him and I say, "Nope. As long as you can keep this on the download, you never stop me. And pleasure doing business with you." And I put my hand out to shake his hand.
And he shakes your hand and then takes the piece, right?
Yep,
Yeah, he takes the
I hand it to
piece,
him.
puts it in his pocket. All right. I got no further questions. I'll
All
do
right,
what you
I'll.
ask.
I'm gonna need you to be ready to go at a moment's notice. All right.
Yep, I'll go to work. And he starts like preparing the boat.
And
Starts.
I
You saw as he was like putting stuff on the ship, he starts unpacking it because yeah, you just saved him a job of doing.
absolutely. Yeah, I want to be rid of this motherfucker. Okay, so I'm gonna go inside and be like, I'm gonna sit down next to Dawnstar and be like, so I secured us passage down to Felderwin. Um, and cool thing is, he's actually gonna let us sleep on the ship, so we can leave tonight. Sound like a plan to you?
Leaving. Leaving tonight. We can't just leave right now.
Uh, Nope, he's got to finish packing his stuff. I'll let you guys drink a little bit while he gets the boat ready. Give it a couple hours, and we'll get out of here. Um,
All right.
trying to,
Hey,
and then
get me some eggs and bacon, please.
absolutely, and
Not
I'll
not
go get.
talking to you. And breakfast ale.
I'm
And
gonna
then
go get. I'm gonna go get you guys another drink, and I'm gonna go order some drinks. I'm gonna pour the potion in both of them.
okay.
Razzie will hang out back at the table with them.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm assuming he knows to do that.
All right. Do a sleight of hand.
Please, God. Don't make this any more complicated than it has to be.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay. And I bring the drinks to him and I slam them down in front of him and say, "Drink up, guys. You accomplished your goal."
You just drank both the sleeping potions.
No, I'm not drinking.
Oh, I thought you slammed them down like you drank them.
No, in
Okay,
front of
I was
in
like,
front
what?
of
Yeah,
in
like you drank them in front of him.
no, in
Okay.
front of
Yes. So,
Morrowind in the half orc.
all right, thanks. And he like starts drinking it. He sniffs it, but keeps drinking. And then the half orc's like, "Well, it's not the best tasting, but I'll do." And he drinks. And let's see. Let me go ahead and check Hope Dawnstar. Let's see. Beat a 21.
Fucking rolls a crit.
Nope.
God damn it.
And the other guy, let's see. So he gets a +1. Nope. So they drink
God,
and
he
they
could have
start
used a really shitty one too.
eating their breakfast too, and you see Corgan. His eyes are flittering, and he's like, "Oh, maybe I overdid it with the watch last night. I mean, we're not leaving for a while. I could take a nap. I think I'm gonna
Uh,
take a rest."
actually, if you could want to come with me, just I'll help you guys. You guys looking pretty drunk. Let me get you guys into your rooms.
Dawnstar like turns and is like, "Yeah, this ale is it's a bit heavy," and he is like kind of wobbly. Huh.
Yeah,
He's looking at his
Razik,
hands.
help me
That's
get them to the rooms,
that's just
I got it. I got it.
strong ale.
and we
I
like lift
Go
them
get
up
you
and
some
start
more.
leading them outside.
Yeah, so you start leading him outside, and he looks at you, Razik, and he's like, "You've got the loveliest scales."
Oh, hang on. Razik's going to turn his face away, cast this guy's self on his face, and turn back as Shrexia. Thank you.
No. And he kind of like, his eyes go wide, and he looks angry for a second. And they like flitter, and his eyes roll back into his head, and he opens his eyes again. He's like, "If only you were here, I'd kill you too." And
Maybe
his
next
eyes
time.
roll back again, and he just passes out.
Did he just threaten to kill Starksia?
Yeah.
He said I'd kill you too. I mean, I'm not there. Forget I said anything.
There may be a slight change.
But that's only if Razik decides to say anything about it.
I'm right there next
I
to
don't
him.
think he was being
Oh, are
quiet.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
because we're both leading both of them out towards the ship. Um. So we lead them onto the ship.
Before we get to the ship, how I feel like I already know the answer, but how serious do I think he was on making that threat all the way through?
Insight. Insight check, sorry.
And I'm helping him.
You're helping him?
Or I could just roll it again too, because I was
Yeah,
going to
I
ask
would
the same
just
question.
do your own
Okay.
insight. Yeah,
He seemed pretty drunk.
he does hate Sturxia, and he probably does want to kill her, or you guys, and maybe in his drunken stupor he's just saying it, or there was some meaning behind it, but you're not sure.
Okay. Can we get them on the boat? And how is this boat like? Are they going to be in a room?
Um, it's a smaller boat. There's not so much as a room as like an overhang for where the guy steers it.
Okay.
But there
Does it
are
have a
various
cargo hold?
there's various spots and tarps and stuff where they cover merchandise, for obvious reasons.
I'm gonna. So, but is there like an below deck cargo hold?
No, it's more like nooks. It's like it's a more flat boat and it's rectangular than it is like yeah.
It's not like a ship. It's like a river
usually
boat with.
stacks like crates and stuff on it.
Some sort of barge.
Yeah, similar. I don't know boats, but that's what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna dump them somewhere and be like, Razik, come here. Like, I'm gonna just dump them on like some boxes in one of the little nooks.
Yes. Yes.
So, what do you think about Dawnstar having a little accident?
I've been thinking about that. That being said, we already brought him on the boat. That's the problem.
All I'm saying, I could slit their throats, dump them in the river, and be done with this.
I was tempted to do the same, just walk him over the ledge and drop him in. I'm pretty sure no one was watching, but we already brought him all the way on the boat. Now we'd have to walk them off the boat.
No, we're
And
just
we can't leave a body here.
off the side of the fucking boat. They got too drunk. They fell in the water. They drowned.
Razik looks around for the captain. or whatever.
You
Make sure
see,
he's not nearby.
no, he's nearby, but not like right in your vicinity. He's on the ship with you guys. He had it prepped, and as soon as you guys were getting on the boat, he started getting ready to leave immediately, based off of what Delvin said. But he's not making eye contact with you guys. He's just trying to mind his own business.
I'm like, I paid him well to look the other way. What do you think?
Hang on. As he's gonna stroke his chin. I suppose it's probably not worth the trouble, just in case. Okay.
Do it?
Yeah, that's just walk him off the boat, leave the other guy, and drop him in the river.
So he
We should probably cut his throat.
Let's say he's asleep. He could just wake up.
All right.
Like you would know this,
so-
Delvin.
We just need to make sure that we don't leave a giant mess for the caption. I'm pretty sure there's only so much payment you can do for that.
I mean, is there anyone else on the captain's crew, or is it just him?
It's just him. It's not a big boat. It's enough for him to maneuver it on his own.
Listen, this boat could just find itself on the side of the river.
Oh, I could just clean up the mess afterwards. I was looking
Justification.
towards the captain,
Exactly.
and he's just minding his own business.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at. Let's just have him set sail. I'm like, you know what, Captain? Change of plans. We're coming with you. Launch the boat.
He nods his head and like unravels the last rope, and he pushes off with like this stick, and into the water it goes.
Okay, and we're gonna wait. Like, do I know how long this potion lasts?
Oh, that's a good question. It was a stronger potion, and what I was gonna get at is the lower the DC, the shorter time it lasted, plus like Constitution or whatever. So I want to say it lasts 8 hours.
Damn.
Okay. So I'm gonna give it about an hour or two, and wait until
rest.
we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere where there's nobody around. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look over at Razik and be like, "Is it time?"
Look over the captain.
And you see as he's like just guiding with the rudder. You guys are going downstream, so there's no need for like a sail or anything. And he's just maneuvering the boat, and he's humming to himself.
Extra time.
And I'm just gonna yell, "Oh man, it looks like you're gonna puke!" And I'm gonna go grab Dawnstar, pick him up, walk him over to the railing, and be like, "Yeah, let it out, buddy." And I'm gonna slit his throat, drop him over the edge of the boat.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
So you get
It's just
a critical. Yeah, roll your. It's an automatic hit, so roll your damage as a crit plus sneak attack.
All right. Where am I? Of course. So 8. So do you double sneak attack damage too? Because you double dice.
No,
So
do you double the sneak attack? Google it. I don't remember the
Yeah.
rule.
I don't either. Yes, so you
Sweet.
double everything. Okay, so 16, 14, so 20, 30. Yeah, so 16, 30, 30 damage.
Shit, nice. And then you throw him overboard.
Yes.
So as you slit his throat, you hear a gargle, and you just toss him into the water.
Okay. And does he like flail or anything, or he just fall in the
Yeah, so
water and
as you
he's
throw him into the water and he splashes in, and you watch as you guys move downstream. I'm assuming you threw him over the back, right?
yeah.
You wait a moment. You see like blood come to the surface. You see some bubbles, and then a head surface, and his hand is to his throat. But he is alive. I'm assuming he doesn't have his sword on him.
Ah, fuck no! I'd
Okay.
take that shit off of him for sure.
Okay.
Towards Captain, then back towards the guy. Or Captain pretty much not paying attention still.
How wide is this river, by the way?
This river is like 20 feet.
So it's not that wide.
Oh wait, 20 feet. 40 feet. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's not wide at all.
Okay.
Captain's still not paying attention.
Yeah, he he heard, but he's humming and going along like nothing's happening.
Javelin.
It hits. 2 plus 7.
9.
9. Oh, sorry.
No. 7. No rage.
How much damage was that first bit? Sorry. I should probably put his character token on so I know what's going on.
30.
Oops, that's 30. Minus, and how much damage did you just do, Michael?
7.
Total 7?
Total 7.
I mean, yeah, it hits, and it stabs him like in the shoulder, and you see his like he reaches with the one hand that's not on his throat, and he grabs it and throws it back into the water, and you just see as he's glaring at you, with blood like pooling between his fingers.
And friggin' Delvin another javelin.
I'm gonna shoot him with my short bow.
All right. Go ahead.
Hold on. Short.
Wait, would you have taken his armor off of him? I'm assuming, or left him in his.
Yeah, he would look like he had armor.
I
I
didn't
guess
think
would've
he was
taken it
wearing
off.
his armor.
Okay. So it's probably a lot lower then. So we'll say it hits.
So 9, and if I don't get sneak attack
Yeah,
damage, which
no
I don't
sneak
think I do. And if he's still not dead, I'm jumping off the back of the
Yeah,
ship.
you're gonna have to.
All right. So, God damn it. All right. So I'm gonna jump off the ship. I'm going to use my cutting action to hide. And I'm gonna swim towards the shore. Can I get to the shore?
Yeah. It's not a super strong. It's more of like it's a relaxed river. There hasn't been too much rain, so like the flow is more natural.
Okay. And I'm gonna use my cutting action to hide.
Mhm.
And I'm going to kind of move down. If I can move anymore, I'll move towards him.
Okay. And Razig, or what's your plan? Just so I know.
Razig.
My plan
Uh-huh.
or Razik's plan?
Both of you.
My plan is I'm gonna go fucking make sure this guy's fucking dead.
Okay, so you're just gonna shoot arrows into him with sneak attack, I'm assuming.
Unless he gets on the shore, and then I'll sneak up behind him and stab him in the fucking
And
face.
Razig, what's your idea?
Razig is going to go on the other side that Delvin is. And do the same thing with the javelins.
Okay, so
Obviously,
to make this short, because you guys want him dead and he's in the middle of the river, you guys both take your separate ways. You jump off the side of the boat with a magical leap. What does that look like?
Razig's going to pull out a grasshopper leg, start munching on it. Ah, here we go. And he's just going to friggin'
Thump.
take a running leap.
Mhm.
Just straight friggin' flings himself.
So yeah, as you like jump off the edge of the boat, the ship kind of like jostles, and then you hear the humming stop for a second, and then continue on as you jump to the other side of the river. And Dawnstar now looking for Delvin, and then looking at you. Are you gonna stealth, or are you just throw in javelins, right?
Now self, too.
Okay.
I don't get sneak attack. I'll just.
No. So you start chucking javelins at him, and he's like in the water trying to dodge. Some of them are hitting him in the side, and then from the other side, arrows start coming out of nowhere for him. He doesn't know where they're coming from, and they're stabbing him, and he just submerges under the water. And for a while, you don't see him, and then you're watching and watching, and it's quiet. And he comes up for breath, and both of you throw at the same time. You shooting your arrow and you shooting your javelin. One of them hits him in the chest, and the arrow hits him right in the eye. And you see as he like falls back, and his hair, all the makeup and all the ash starts to dissolve in the water, and you can just see his red hair and his body start to float.
Jesus,
And
man.
you killed this man with some effort.
Elvin, you owe me some new javelins.
It would have
It's
been
like,
different if he
you'll-
had his sword, but you put him in a situation where he couldn't do anything about it.
Speaking of which, now that I have his sword, is it awesome?
Oh, it's not. I mean, it's on the boat going downriver right now,
Well, I would have taken it from him.
and
I can-
you would have worn it.
No, I would have put it in my fucking.
Bag of
in the
holding.
bag of
you,
holding.
you had the bag of holding. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you would have to attune to it to use it, so you're not exactly sure what'll happen.
And out, honestly, I wouldn't have that out in the open anywhere near this fucking city we're going back to.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but Corrigan
it's-
is still on that ship going
Oh,
downriver.
for sure.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
I'm not too worried about him.
What are you gonna do with the body?
So does it like wash up on shore, or is it washing down the river?
Currently, it'll eventually wash on the shore, but he was like in the middle. So
Yeah, I'm gonna swim out there,
Mhm.
fucking grab it, pull it to shore, fucking.
I need to get rid of this sword, and we have some rope.
I was just about to say, Razig, frickin' cut this guy's head off, frickin' send the head downriver with or into the river with rocks, and then a little bit farther down we'll fucking weight down the body and put it at the bottom of the river. How deep is the river?
Oh, 10 feet. I don't know.
Do we want to send it down? Do you want to sink it, or do we just want to burn it?
We could burn the head, sink the body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say we're cooking some squirrel.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very distinctive. Like, if there's a body, they're gonna know who he is.
All right, then we'll just burn the whole thing.
Yeah,
We're gonna
because
set a bonfire and burn the shit out of this guy.
blue tieflings you might be able to find, even though those are rare. But red ink tattooed tiefling, yeah.
I
more rare.
mean, would you be able to chill after it's been underneath the water for a month? Well, I guess someone could
Let's-
use magic on
Let's
it.
just set it on fire, and then it's just bones. Frickin',
Yeah.
Then we'll sink the bones.
Okay.
All right, so you spend your time doing that, and
Yes.
successfully enough, and you make your way back.
Yep.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna cut to Zephyrius.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
unless, are you doing anything specific, Eliwick? Or are you just heading back in?
I'm just heading back in.
Okay. So Z, you have a nice sleeping night. You wake up in the morning to oh yeah. So you wake up in the morning to a messenger at your door knocking. Messenger, we have a letter for you. It's from your mother.
Slide it under the door.
All right. And you see the letter just slide through. And it has the seal of the Fellis family wax seal on it.
Okay.
So it is legit.
Okay.
All right. So you open it. I
I'm
assume?
gonna. Yes, I'm gonna open it up.
All right. So you open it. You kind of use your red clawed hand to unseal the wax and break it and open the letter. And it looks like a summons to your own home that you were probably going to be at anyway. But it's specifically to meet with your mother to fulfill a contract.
Ew.
Then I will get ready for the day and then go ahead and head over there.
Okay. And then as you exit the room, you hear a knock on a door nearby, and you hear, "Housekeeping! Hey, we no pets allowed." And um, it's Delvin's room, and she's talking about the pigeons. No birds,
We don't have
especially
any other pets.
pigeons. Hello,
Uh,
Alistair. Not right now, buddy. Because you already had one. Okay. All right. What do you do?
was she like saying that to us or
To
to
the
me in
door.
particular? Okay,
That's
well then I'm
no.
just gonna ignore it.
Yeah. She's like, "Come on, let me in." The door's locked, and she's just trying to get in. Or is it locked? Whatever. Anyways, you head downstairs and you start heading to your mom's.
Yo,
Yup.
yo.
Okay. So you make your way. You find, the Fellis mansion, the illustrious garden before you, with the bush trimmings, the shape of warrior tieflings, all with three tails. You come to the door and you open it, and you see, uh, the head servant like, "Ah, hello, welcome, welcome, Zephyrius. It's good to see you today. You're here for your spy tour again, I assume."
No, actually, my mother called for me.
Ah, well, she should be in her, you know, her quarters. Shall I escort you, or do you need anything?
No, I think I should be able to go there by myself.
Ah, fair enough. All right. Well, if you need food or anything, well, I'm at your service.
Thank you.
All right. And you make your way through the halls. The like the familiar decor, uh, comforting but also discomforting. Seeing everything in your life and is about war. And these paintings, they're beautiful, like oil paintings of war and battle. You see like usually highlighting an angelic figure or contrasting of one corner being bright and the other corner being dark, and you see like an angel in one and a devil in the at the bottom. You see like terrified faces of war. It's supposed to be glorious, and as much as like your family has paraded it, these paintings have always seemed to contradict that feeling of glory and honor of war. And interesting contradiction, but it makes sense here in your house. Uh, you finally find yourself in front of your mother's bedroom, and you feel a familiar,
Queasy.
yeah, you feel a familiar presence inside yourself. He says, things are about to get interesting.
Now you show up.
Well, this has to do with me, doesn't it? Your fingers start to like twitch on their own a little bit.
Well, I guess for the most part, yes.
Well, let us begin then. And the hand reaches out on its own and opens the door. And you find your
Creepy.
mother sitting down at her makeup desk thingy, her powder station, whatever. Uh, Hello, thanks for knocking. Well, why do I sound like me? Hello, thanks for knocking. I don't want this. This is not what she sounds like. Why is it so hard? That's what he said. No.
That's what she said. That's what they said.
That's what
Well,
he said.
I guess
Oh,
we shall begin the ritual then. All right, follow me. And she comes up, and your hand is still outstretched. I mean, do you have any? Are you gonna do anything?
No, no.
Your hand
I'm
on its
s-
own reaches for hers, and she guides you not to the bed, but to a bookshelf. And you see as she, you know, as you would imagine, she finds a book and she pulls it down, and you hear a click, and the book slides back up on its own, and the bookshelf slides to the side, and you see a room, and it's like dark, and you see arcane symbols like on the walls and on the floor, and it's very what's it called? Menacing. You say
okay.
anything? Do anything?
No, I'm just gonna be awestruck, I guess.
All right. She's like, all right,
Oops.
go stand in the middle.
Okay.
All right. So you walk over and stand in the center of these arcane designs and patterns on the floor. All right. And she she just stay there. It should be over quickly. And she starts to chant. And the candles on the walls like light themselves. You assume thaumaturgy, something you're familiar with. And as her chanting echoes in this empty, mostly empty room, um, her chants overlap with the echo, and it almost sounds like the echo doesn't fade, and it just stacks on top of each other as it continues to flow. It almost becomes too much, and you start to feel your head starts to feel fuzzy, and you feel tingly like your when your leg falls asleep, but your whole body, and your red hand starts to twitch and twist, and you see as the red starts to creep up to your shoulder, and your head hurts, and you just feel tearing on your forehead, and tearing, and you see as your shoulder. It's this weird disorienting thing where your vision duplicates and splits, where you're seeing multiple and perspectives you shouldn't, and then it separates, and you're seeing through yourself once, and you look to your right, and you see your face, and it's just red, like a red tiefling, and you split, and the other hand pushes your head away as you divide into two, and you fall to the ground, half your clothes ripped off, and you see before you this naked red tiefling version of yourself, and everything goes dark.
Oh, okay.
And
Um, okay.
all right, and from there you find yourself waking, and you're on the floor. You hear it's like you drank too much, and you hear chaos around you, but you're having a hard time waking up, but you know you should. You don't know what the fuck happened. Like, what the fuck was that dream you just had? And you hear, "What? She's dead. What the fuck is this?" And you look up, and there's a guard, and you see in the doorway, in the entrance, you see Nodis staring at the bed and at you, and you're not in that room. You're on the floor in front of the bookshelf, and you look at the bed, and you see your mother. She is definitely not alive anymore, as her stomach is gone in the sense of it looks like something exploded out of it. And
Oh,
are you
okay.
are you gonna say anything? Or
No,
okay.
no.
Nodis looks over at you and says, "It was him. He killed her." And the guard picks you up. "All right, you're under arrest, sir. fellas, and starts to shackle you.
Oh, okay. Um,
Oh, we lost Josh.
oh shit.
Oh, we did. No. All right. Do you want to try anything? Say anything?
No, I feel like my character would be more shocked about what he's
That's fair.
seen.
Yeah.
Actually, I am going to look down and look at my hand. Has anything changed?
It's not red anymore.
Okay. What the fuck? Okay. All
And if you don't do anything, the guard takes you past, and you see as like some of the servants start gawking, and then another like the personal guard are, keeping them back, and you see as one of the like more regular guard, like the outside, not your servant guard. You know what I mean? Coming in and like keep them aside. We're going to question them. Take him in, and they start taking you outside. They put you in a carriage, and you see as this priest comes up with a collar and snaps it around your neck. And you'll recognize this as like a dampener for magic. Psh, psh, psh.
okay.
I'm assuming you don't resist then.
No, there's no point in resisting that.
Yeah.
I feel like my character would know that if I even tried to resist, it would just prove me to be even probably guiltier.
I'm back.
There's no point.
What was the last thing you heard, Josh?
It was right after her stomach burst open.
Oh, okay. Well, they arrested him because Nodis blamed him, and he's in shock. And they took him, shackled him, or putting him in a wagon, and they put a magic dampener on his neck.
Okay.
And now they're taking you away. And I guess scene, because
Yeah.
Do we know anything about this?
not yet. You guys are still out. Eliwick, on the other hand, depending on what she does, she might hear it eventually.
Okay. This
But
is not a good thing
We
because
can end the session here, because I feel like that's a good place to end it.
I do too. Because the next session, man, that mess. So the only thing is though,
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna want to go rescue him now.
That's fine. So, okay, like, I'll play his like I have stuff for his character to do if you guys rescue him. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Like I have stuff in plans for what you guys decide to do. You could try to prove his innocence. You guys could break him out, or you guys can just leave him alone. You can do whatever you want,
Okay.
or you guys
Well,
can
we'll
believe that he's evil and be like, oh fuck that guy.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Adam, I just fucking slit some guy's throat on a boat. Like,
Mhm.
I don't care if he's evil. He's my buddy.
So your spider. I want let's. How do you want to deal with that? Because I'm assuming it was locked up. Did you want to have already let it out? Because we'll say you passed your training for it.
Okay. Yeah, and it would watch from the sidelines. But is there any way for me to communicate not to come over to the guards? Really? That were locking me up? Because I would assume that if it's just watching me from the sidelines kind of thing, you would want to do something about that.
Mhm. I'll say when you were going through the hallway, you saw it like on the ceiling somewhere, very creepily watching from behind like a chandelier. You can call out to it, and they'll be like, "What the fuck? Shut up."
All I would say
Oh,
is don't
okay.
don't resolve spider thing because you as a DM can use that later.
That's true. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had plans specifically for the spider,
Oh,
but
okay.
do you
Yeah.
want to say it was loose in the house, like a dog now, at least, not in a cage, or would you have left it in the cage?
I wouldn't have left it in the cage if I was already done training it.
Okay, so it's just in the house.
Okay.
Okay,
And
but
it does have what it like should go to.
yeah. So
So
if you if you see it, would you tell it to not follow you so it doesn't get killed?
yeah,
Okay.
100%.
So let's say you called out to it, and then the guard kind of like hit you in the back of the head to shut up. But it took the order. The spider did. All right.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's
Question.
over.
I have a question.
What's up?
Was Heather just not here today, or is she?
No, she's just not here today.
Oh, okay.
She had like family issues.
Okay, understood. Of all the times, for her to miss, I murder her
Right.
I know.
arch enemy.
I need to learn how to clip these so I can clip that for her. At least that scene.
Let's try to kill this dude for like half an hour.
Speaking of which,
Die
I
already!
thought this was a good session.
I
Mhm.
enjoyed it
Yeah.
absolutely. It even ended it perfectly. Well, not that part, but the murdering that guy. By the way, so I want to talk to you about assassination thing. Like, I get how it works at D&D, but like sometimes it's very frustrating. I'm like, this guy's passed out. How could a trained assassin just not slit his throat?
Well,
So
Aren't you like just level 3?
no, I'm level 5.
well, yeah. No, you're not just gonna kill like the strongest guy in the game just because you know, killed. He was asleep. It's the nature of the game. But I had you guys kill him without having to roll because that was
That's
your
true.
intent. I just wanted to show that he was strong regardless of what you guys
Mhm.
did. He was weaponless, armorless. You guys were gonna kill him.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's taking half an hour.
Yeah.
yeah, I get it.
So it was a struggle.
Was he like a badass? Just out of curiosity.
Oh yeah. If he had his weapon and he was fighting you guys with other people, then yeah, it would have sucked.
What was he gonna do? He said, I wanted to kill her too. Like, was it this an ambush? Like, what was the plan?
Yeah, essentially.
He changed the plan halfway through when he said that.
So he wanted Sturxia to be there, so he's a little disappointed. But in Felderwin, like he was gonna tell people ahead of time that were there that were gonna assist him and just ambush you guys.
I had the feeling the entire time. Like, I knew the entire time he was not on the up and up. Like, I knew that this guy was bad news. His whole freaking thing was just too, like,
His wants were not untrue. If you want spoilers, sort of like behind
I
the
mean,
scenes, since
he's
I
dead
feel like
now,
it's not a
so, yeah.
spoiler anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a few things. He had visions about the druid,
Uh-huh.
so that at first he didn't give a shit about the things. He was like, "Oh, this guy wants me to do this. I respect what he wants. I like, his vision and stuff, but he just wants to get home." But it was the coincidence of seeing you guys from his dream and his visions and Sturxia being with you, where he was like, "Okay, all right, well, fuck these guys up."
It's a sign.
And he
Yeah.
wanted help getting out because he did actually need it
Yeah. Well, I honestly, like,
because he is from Xhorhas.
I literally have no regrets fucking murdering that guy.
No, it was good. I loved it. You guys saved yourself trouble in the future by killing him now.
That's what I
I was
assumed.
hoping you weren't going to go with him all the way to Felduin by yourself. I was like, "Ooh."
Oh, yeah, there was no way in hell I was going to Felderwin with him by myself.
Yeah.
Like, it was... My original plan was to just put him on the boat, and then he made that little comment on the way to the boat, and I was like, oh, all right, well, I'm eliminating this threat.
Yeah.
Look, I'll never get a better opportunity than this right now.
Yeah. And Zevrius, how did you feel about your exit? I feel bad because, you didn't do anything, but
No, I found it very interesting because of my arm now, because I have an idea of what the fuck is going on now.
yeah, I'll tell, since you are that character and you're gonna be gone, I'll talk to you later about what's actually happening. You know, so you at least have
Okay.
some sort of idea.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, weird shit there. Um, forgot what I was saying.
Razik's sad.
If you,
I like that character.
oh yeah, me too. I was gonna say for just a information, just because it didn't happen, like if you had tried to Misty Step or use your powers, it wouldn't have worked.
Okay, I wasn't expecting it
Yeah,
to.
pretty much he separated himself from you, so you pretty much lost your patron, seemingly.
Oh,
So you were
okay.
like powerless.
Do I keep on coming in and out?
I,
Or do
I
I coming in and out?
it might be me, or I don't know.
Someone's
No,
leaving and coming.
Adam's not going in and out at all.
Okay, so it's me then? Weird.
All right.
Not
I
me.
think Josh is having
Wait.
trouble too.
Yeah, I'm still
Ironically,
Oh,
Oh,
my
Josh
head.
is gone.
yeah. Ironically, maybe it was a good time to stop.
Right?
Mhm.
I did end early, but that's mostly because it seemed right. I didn't really have anything. So, also, it was a good. Was it a good session? Like in general?
Mhm.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It was exciting.
okay. So between last session and this session, this one was better,
Yeah.
or
It
Yeah.
was more exciting.
I guess there's more things happening this time than last time.
yes. So last time I didn't prep anything, and I went into it and was just like, all right, you guys role played pretty much the whole time, which it worked out, but I didn't have anything mentally planned or physically. Where this one, I spent all day thinking about it, so I had mentally prepped. So I had the structure, the ideas, the concepts, and I talked to you a little bit, Arkmir, which helped. And I felt like it at least came across that way because I was able to mentally prepare it.
Prepare.
Yeah, it's like
I'll be-
stuff like this I find difficult to put on paper besides like idea notes. So it's like the same thing, but like if like I had quest or something for you specifically that had more stuff in it, then yeah, I would have taken the time to physically prep like maps or something. But this wasn't one of those situations because I really didn't know how things were gonna go.
I'm just saying, I really hated Dawnstar, and so I'm super happy that I was able to murder him.
Yeah,
Like,
one
I
of,
hated that guy.
one of my favorite NPCs.
How are we on the opposite end of the spectrum on this, Josh? I
You
fucking
liked him?
love that dude. That dude was awesome.
Oh my god, I hated him. Well, he wasn't. You have to understand. He saw Delvin fuck up, and then basically blackmailed him the rest of the freaking time that I knew this guy.
No.
So Delvin hates him or Josh
There's
hates
no
him?
more.
Delvin hates him.
Okay.
I as a player, like he was a cool character, but Delvin fucking despised his mother.
Let me see.
He was just looking for a chance to kill him and get away with it. By the way, is Eliwick going to be mad if I don't tell me?
Yeah, yeah, just find out. Well, I'm gonna.
I'm
I kind of want to send you the Google Doc that I made
for
Hope.
Dawnstar.
Yeah.
You should. I mean, man, like he was. We had like a whole plan that we were gonna do, and then I'm like, this fucking guy. Like, I just want to leave. Like, goddamn him.
I think he feels bad. Is there like any sort of prayer you could send him off with? I don't think Razik actually would have one.
Yeah, I don't know. You could try.
But for Dawnstar,
Yeah.
I mean, if you tried to do that, freaking Delvin, would be like,
He's not telling
what are
you.
you doing? Fucking go.
Yeah. I think this one, besides the guide, was my favorite to make.
I guess as Delvin and Razik are walking back along the river, Razik's just gonna stop, pull up his great sword, and say, "Shari Dawnstar, you're free now." And he's gonna freaking launch that great sword into the river.
Nice. Splash. What, baby?
Can I have a spare
A square cheese.
The great sword.
Should he have a square cheese?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like frozen.
Here, bring it to me. I'll give you a slice.
Hey, Delvin, I don't have a weapon anymore.
Actually, do I have? And I would just hand you. Look.
What'd you say?
Uh,
Oh, did you throw it away? And be like, hey, Delvin, that Dawnstar. Let me have it. Jesus, isn't there one that's open?
I don't know where it's open. But
yeah, I have
like
no
don't know, but
other weapons beside my dagger.
You do.
That was a joke. He has more weapons. Of course, he has more weapons.
Oh, I know, but if you said that, I would, and I had an, I have an, oh yeah, I do. I have 2 extra daggers.
You also
I hand you
have
it.
the weapon.
That's
Okay.
yes.
I just want to know that.
it is not.
I wasn't sure if you
Oh.
were actually saying or pretending you didn't know.
Oh, I thought.
No,
I don't know
like,
about a boat.
the thing is I don't care if he has the sword, except for he can't have it until we leave this fucking city. That
Oh,
thing's
yeah.
way
So can
too
you go put it
fucking
in the
hot.
kitchen? All right.
Like, and I think I would actually be like, Razik, just remember, you can have that sword, but it's got to stay hidden anytime we're anywhere near Zadash. Like, that's instant frickin'
Hey,
red-handed.
where did you get that?
Yeah.
It's like a beacon immediately shows up over your head as soon as you pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like quest marker on the map.
I feel like Delvin's very excited to go tell Starksia that he murdered Dawnstar.
Right.
Like, this is the most friend thing I've ever seen someone do for another. It's like, oh, hey, by the way, kill your
Your
nemesis.
enemy. I'm sure
No problem.
she'll be fine with it. And then
Oh, I have no doubt.
here, when for you guys, let's say you guys get back and Sturxia finally shows up and she has like a pouch of money of gold.
What
And
did
she's
she?
like, I took the opportunity to do what I do and I smuggled some art and I got paid for it.
Excellent. Speaking of smuggling and dot.
Yeah. And we'll play that out
Yeah,
next time.
for sure.
For sure.
No, this episode was fun.